One and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 933.
Hands on aviation history. What could be a more perfect gift than a flight on a historic B-17? Taking to the sky on the iconic bomber is an experience that will never be forgotten. For the touring schedule, reservations, or more information, go to b17texasraiders.org or call 8.
To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit CASASpeaksForKids.com. That's CASASpeaksForKids.com.
You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW-LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC-LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
And welcome to Chamber Chat. I am one of your hosts, Courtney Galley, the Director of Special Events for the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Brian Bondi, President of the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce.
Each month, guests are brought on to talk about what is happening in the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce. We get the inside scoop of our members, what they do, and what has made their company successful. We also chat about upcoming events and programs the Chamber is hosting. The Chamber is a nonprofit 501c6 organization and is designated as a 3-star accredited chamber by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. The mission of the chamber is to strengthen the economic environment and quality of life in Montgomery County. I hope you have your cup of coffee because we have a great lineup this morning. Morning.
Inside scoop. That's what I like. That's my favorite.
Inside scoop.
Because if you're not inside, you're outside.
Right? I mean,
and when I hear scoop, I think of ice cream.
Ooh, that sounds good, even though it's morning time.
Yeah, but get some HEB Creamy Creations. Ooh,
sure.
There you go.
Right.
That's some good stuff
Is HEB
right
here today?
Could be. Could be.
And it's fat-free. So.
Well, it's always
It's
good
all
for
fat-free.
you. It's good for you.
Makes you feel good.
That's right.
Yeah, we have a full house today.
I know. We've got a studio audience and everything.
I know.
This is really cool.
We appreciate when we have a studio audience, right? Yeah. Dick, we need some chairs in here for our studio audience.
Get
for
the
next
bleachers
month.
out,
yes,
please.
Bleachers.
Yeah.
With
That's
all
outside right there.
Yeah.
You don't see that bench?
Well, I saw him doing the wave, but I thought it wasn't for us.
Well, we have Denton from Spirit of Texas Bank with us. Welcome.
Thank you.
Are you nervous?
No.
First time
I be?
guest. No, no, not with us. First time guest. And we have Kitty with HEB.
Hello.
Have you been on the show before?
I have not.
Wow.
So it must have just
This is
been
first time.
Andrew and Zach.
I think it
guess.
was.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
We'll be gentle.
Please.
So that must mean that Tastefest is coming up if our friends from HEB are here.
Yes, it is.
It's just about the best event in the Conroe area.
It is. It's the largest and most delicious event of the year.
Most delicious.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Some people get offended with that because they think Lobster Fest is the most delicious. But
It is pretty delicious,
yeah,
but this is variety.
you get a lot,
of
of different
variety.
stuff. Yes, and we're happy that HEB is back as our title sponsor
You
for the
better
event.
believe it.
And it's a month away.
I still remember the chocolate hummus from last year.
Ooh, that was really good.
Actually, I just introduced that to a bunch of teachers this past week. So, yes. It's
Did they
one
like
of our
it?
favorites. They loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved
We
it.
took some home, of us to go home and go back to the office, to the chamber too. It was really good. Yes, it was kind of y'all's specialty thing
Yeah,
last
it was
year.
cool.
So
Very cool.
yeah, we'll get into more of that a little bit later in the show about what HEB is going to be doing for Tastefest and how you can attend Tastefest or be a vendor at Tastefest. But we're going to talk to Denton. So if y'all don't know, Spirit of Texas Bank is going to be hosting our Fun After 5.
Thursday,
16th.
May 16th.
Yes.
Right, yep.
Oh, I
Wow.
grabbed the
It's
wrong
a couple weeks
FYI.
away.
Did I grab? I did. No, I grabbed the right
it.
one.
That's the right one.
Yes. So what's going to be happening at our Fun After 5?
Oh.
Are you giving them money away?
Of course. Free money for
Free money.
everybody.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Free
That's
money?
the way it's supposed to be.
Right?
Tell Dean I said it was okay. No, it's going to be fun. You know, the bank is really kind of a unique place if you've never been in there. We say it's a museum that has a bank in it. And the other thing we say is that we've got more guns and knives in the Spirit of Texas Bank than any other bank in the United States, which is probably true if you look at what's on the walls. There's a lot of stuff to look at in there, and I think the coolest thing by far is something that's not quite so noticeable, and that is William Travis's wallet. So I'm not sure.
Really?
If you're a banker in Texas, that's probably the coolest thing you could possibly own is William Travis's wallet. But it's in a shadow box right there.
A little bit of Texas history going on.
Absolutely. Got an original signature of Sam Houston's in there, which is fun.
Ooh, I
and
like
the
that.
largest fireplace in Texas.
The largest.
The largest fireplace?
The largest fireplace in Texas, yep.
Wow.
Really?
And you had this verified?
We did, yeah. Dean measured it, and he made sure this one was 2 inches bigger or whatever.
Verified by the Fireplace Protection Bureau.
That's right. You got to admire that. So.
That's pretty cool. Well, another thing I was noticing is your new location that's going up down on Highway 105 in Montgomery. There was a whole lot of Texas flags in that space.
You know, we had a contest. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, the mayor out there, Sarah Countryman, started I'm not sure who started it, but we had a good-natured contest with the city of Montgomery to see who could put out the most Texas flags. And the city won, but the numbers are in dispute. So anyway, we took our bus and, a bunch of our employees and everything and took a tour with some city officials all around. And, I've never really spent that much time really in Montgomery. I certainly hadn't been off of Highway 105 very far, but it's a beautiful town. There's some old homes that are just stunning that have been restored. We went into this one house that was built in 1854. That was a long time ago, folks, and it was beautiful. Huge trees. So there's a lot of shopping and there's a lot of places to eat, and it's just a neat town. And if you've never been there or if you've just blown by it on Highway 105, I would encourage you to spend a little time there.
Yeah.
Lots of flags. If I'm not mistaken, somebody in your group made the state of Texas out of Texas flags.
They did. Yeah, I saw that.
It's a lot of free time on their hands, I hope. Man.
There were a lot of flags. Weather was good. It was fun. So, our branch there ought to open up. I think we have it scheduled to open up in early June. So
Terrific.
almost right away, we're going to be there doing business.
So talk about the Conroe location. As soon as you cross under the freeway coming east on 105, you guys are pretty much right there. Which is, a terrific place to be given how Conroe is growing and coming into downtown. What is the specialty of the bank? Is it business loans or is it consumer or is it a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both, but I would say if I had to pick a specialty, it's business banking. We do a lot of handle a lot of business customers.
Okay.
We also do more SBA loans than just about anybody else, certainly any other community bank based in Texas. They're 1,900 lenders nationwide. I think we're number 26.
Wow, that's
so
huge.
Oh my gosh.
All of that's handled out of our Woodlands location, but we really do have a particular expertise in that, and it's fun to be around such an active business community because that means jobs, and that means people that are paying their mortgages and people that are buying groceries and people that are we're kind of a catalyst for all of that activity that happens, and it's pretty fun to be part of that.
Yeah, well, everybody knows that businesses are the ones that creates jobs, and so if you're helping businesses get off the ground, that means more jobs.
Especially small businesses.
You bet.
Small businesses is where the jobs are. So a lot of our customers get an SBA loan, and then a couple years later, they come in for a conventional loan or they expand. We do several franchises and that kind of thing. So it's just fun commerce to be part of. And the people that do that are fun people to be around. They're very action-oriented, positive doers,
Right. So Spirit of Texas Bank is a publicly traded company.
That's correct.
The IPO was, about a year ago?
Almost exactly a year ago,
Yeah.
May the 4th. So we're celebrating our first year being on NASDAQ, and we're the only publicly traded bank that's headquartered in Montgomery County.
There you go.
So
How is that unusual or usual for banks to be public? I mean,
I wouldn't say it's unusual. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's unusual, but it does put us, gives us a broader audience.
Right.
there's a lot of oversight that goes along with that kind of thing, but we're growing. We have almost doubled in the past year.
Wow.
So we purchased a Comanche National Bank, which is southwest of Fort Worth. They do a lot of dairy and agricultural
Ranching,
lending,
yep.
and good deal for them, good deal for us. And then most recently, we acquired the First National Bank of Beeville, which kind of puts us in the Corpus Christi San Antonio corridor.
Right.
Yeah.
And both of those banks are long-time Texas banks. I mean, they go back to the 1800s.
Oh, wow.
So it kind of fits with our
Yeah.
culture and our vibe and everything too. But that's been a pretty busy year, buying two banks and going public all within less than 12 months.
That's pretty amazing. When I think of publicly traded banks, I think of, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Capital One,
Yeah.
these really large banks
Yeah.
that have no identity, no face.
Right.
So it's good to have a locally owned, publicly traded bank that has people that we see out in the community each and every day.
Yeah, we're here. We're not going anywhere. And, if you need to see your banker, we're literally right down the street. So
Right.
people can come in and we're accessible and we answer our phones. And I think that's one of our advantages, besides the fact that, we've got high quality assets. We're well thought of by the regulators or all this activity wouldn't have taken place, obviously. But, people come in to get a cup of coffee and say hi. And sometimes they have an issue and they want to talk to their banker, not a machine. So,
Yeah, that doesn't happen a lot like that anymore.
No, it doesn't. You're right.
I mean, I remember growing up and we'd go in, growing up in Brenham, we'd go into the bank and my dad would, go in there and talk to everybody. I mean, you just don't, I've really never experienced a lot of that in my adult age. So that's really nice to know that that kind of stuff is still around and happening in our community.
We're,
That's a good point.
we're changing the banking
Yeah.
environment in Texas, and we're going to continue to do that.
I remember as a kid way back in the dark ages, when my parents would take me into the bank with them, there was one of those shoe polishers that you push the button on and the little buffing wheel spun.
Oh, uh-huh.
That was the only reason why I wanted to go into the bank lobby was to see if that thing was working. And
I
of
went
course,
for the suckers.
I was wearing tennis shoes, which they didn't really polish up all that
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Long time ago. So how has banking changed in Texas over the years?
There's been a lot of activity in the financial areas. You see a lot of consolidation, a lot of buying and selling of banks. I mean, I just said we've been involved in some of that.
Right.
And so, to the extent that it lets us give more and better service at a better price and makes us competitive, and it benefits the consumer. I mean, we want to be good citizens everywhere we're located. So we have 29 branches now.
Oh, wow.
Spread out.
Really?
We're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I just said we're in Comanche and down in that Corpus Christi corridor, and several branches in Houston, down in Houston, the Woodlands. But we want to be a good community citizen everywhere we're located, and we want to get involved in the community, and so that people know our face and know our name, and that they can access us if they need help with something, or if they have a problem with something. Either one.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that we've been listening to and focusing on, Chamber took a delegation to Washington, D.C. last October. One of the things we talked to our elected officials about was banking regulations and how choking some of them can be as a result of the 2008 financial crisis, specifically as it relates to the consumer. I think it was the Consumer Protection Finance Bureau or the other way around, Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, one of those two monikers. It's just, it's an interesting business because everybody got penalized for the sins of a few, and it's made it difficult for you guys to do what is, in essence, work in the community the way you want to with your own money.
Well, and it's I think we're regulated about like nuclear power plants. No
Yeah,
joke.
exactly.
I mean, it is a crushing burden, particularly on small banks. And it's a big expense. It not only consumes a lot of time of employees. You have to have people on staff to make sure that you don't run afoul. You have to have a lot of people. Typically, many banks have, I don't know how many people they have, but a bunch. And they spend hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars just trying to comply with regulations. Well, that's capital that could be put to work in the community. But you play the hand you're dealt, and not the
True.
one you wish you had. And
True.
right now, that's the environment we're working in. So
Yeah, makes sense. So let's talk about Fun After 5 on the 16th.
Yes. So it's going to be at Spirit of Texas Bank right here in downtown Conroe at 5:05. And so we'd love to have everybody to come join us. Do you know of anything y'all are going to be having there? Any secrets you can give away?
Yeah.
Free money for everybody.
Free money. Well, that's kind of what
Right, of course.
I was hinting at. If there's going to be free money.
Everyone gets a car. I'm not the one planning the event, so I really.
So whatever
I
you
don't
say
know.
here has to happen,
Has to
right?
happen,
That's right.
right?
So
Yeah.
let's think outside the box.
Yes.
If Hope is listening, I'm in big trouble.
Hope we'll get it all planned for you, just right here. Yeah.
There's going to be, plenty of good food, and I'm sure we'll have some giveaways and some drawings,
Yeah.
raffles and stuff, and so
Yeah.
it'll just be fun to have a, like you said, fun after 5, just kind of a relaxed time after the workday to meet everybody and get everybody to come together, and if
Yeah.
you haven't been in the bank, to look around.
Right.
There's a lot of fun stuff to look at.
Yeah,
and
that I was
forward to
going to
that.
say that if you haven't been in there, it'll you should definitely come just to see what's all in the bank, because it's a very beautiful lobby that y'all have in there, and a very beautiful building too. So
Well, thanks. Thanks.
And if you are coming and you're a member of the chamber, bring a door prize to promote your business as well too. It's a great way to promote your business in front of everybody who's attending Fun After 5.
Great point.
Yeah. So like if HEB is going to come, bring a door prize. You don't have to register, but we would appreciate registration. You can do that at conroe.org, and we would love everybody to come out for that. It starts at 5:05. It goes to 6:30. There's a short program in between, but definitely lots of fun and food and networking, and it'll be and free money. Just handing out Monopoly money as people come in.
That's right. Give them a $50,000 bill.
Yeah, there you go. And we'd appreciate everybody coming out for that. So if anybody's interested in reaching out to you or coming by the bank, how do they find y'all?
Well, we're immediately east of I-45 in Conroe, right on Highway 105. So if you're traveling down I-45, you head east on Highway 105 like you're going into downtown Conroe, and we're right there on the right-hand side. I don't know how far it is, quarter mile less than a quarter mile.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Something like that, yeah.
The big white house.
The big White House.
I call
right.
it Conroe White House. The Conroe White House.
It's a
so
beautiful structure.
It really is.
That does justice to not just the bank and the organization that it is, but to our heritage. I mean, that whole area is a park that celebrates Texas. I mean, there's obviously the gold statue, but they're not marked yet, but there are a number of live oak trees that are descendants of a tree that was on the spot where Stephen F. Austin was buried.
Oh, wow.
Texas A&M propagated hundreds of acorns from that tree, and Sam Houston IV and an old buddy of his planted one in every county in the state of Texas, all 254 counties. And it took them 10 years to get it done. And they had, Sam called me up a few years ago, and he said, anybody want some trees? And I was like, well, I don't know, Sam. Tell me about them. And they had, I don't know, some long story, but I secured about a dozen of those trees. And right now they're planted there at the bank. So I'm sure we'll move some of them at some point, but that's just kind of fun.
That's really cool.
That's neat.
Yeah. So you're obviously pretty well vested in Texas history.
Right.
Tell us some of the things that you've discovered over the years, if you can think of any off the top of your head that people may go, didn't know that.
And keep in mind, I'm a Bearcat. And
I'm a lumberjack.
And yes, he's a lumberjack.
Stephen F. Austin.
So sway the stories
Sam
more
Houston.
Sam Houston to more Stephen F.
Okay. Well, I did the documentary film on the life of Sam Houston.
Oh, wow.
And then I went to my first semester of college was at Stephen F. Austin. So I think I'm covered.
You're in between.
You're
okay.
safe for now.
Yeah.
You
You're
can
neutral.
continue.
There's so many. Gosh, we could talk forever. I had an attorney call me up. It's been several years ago now, but he called me up to talk about Sam Houston's first wife, Eliza Allen, in Tennessee. And for those of you that don't know, that marriage collapsed almost immediately, literally. I mean, and he left, resigned his governorship, and left Tennessee to go live with his Indian family again for about 3 years. And anyway, so you fast forward a number of years to 1836 during the Texas Revolution, and he had his eye on this pretty young thing in Nacogdoches named Anna Regay.
Nacogdoches, not Huntsville.
Right, yes.
Just saying.
Part of the difficulty was there was no such thing as divorce in Mexican Texas. And his divorce had never been official with Eliza Allen. And so that was somewhat of a impediment to pursuing Anna Regay. And so after the revolution, he ran it through one of his own judges and the deed was done. But so this lawyer called me up and we talked about it a little bit. And about 2 weeks later, he called me back. He was giving a speech somewhere to a group of lawyers about something, who knows. But he called me back and he said he had researched all this. And he said Sam Houston's divorce with Eliza Allen was the first divorce ever in Texas.
Wow.
And I thought that was amazing.
That is very cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, cool is probably not the right word, but
Yeah.
Right. Interesting
we'll stay
factoid
with,
there.
Yeah, we'll just stick with fact. Yeah. Good. I'm going to shut up at this point.
We know what you mean. We know what you mean. Well, that's really cool. We'll have to have you back on to talk about Texas history then.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. That'd be great. We could probably do a whole show on that.
Yeah, we probably could.
That'd be great.
There's a lot to talk about. Yeah.
Yes.
Do it around March 2nd.
There we go. Sure.
Texas Independence Day.
You
There
betcha.
you go. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Again, if you want to join us at Fun After 5 at Spirit of Texas Bank on May 16th, please do that. If not, drop in and let tell Denton hi at the bank, or you could visit them online.
Sure, you bet.
Yep, be great.
SOTB.com.
Perfect.
SOTB.
And we will be back with our next guest on Chamber Chat in a few minutes. Stay tuned.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris.
And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
What is homelessness? Have you seen parents struggle to find a job without having transportation or childcare? What about the children sleeping in cars with nothing to eat? Families shouldn't have to struggle to survive, and children should not be homeless. Family Promise of Montgomery County serves the needs of homeless families and their children. Learn about ways you can help and learn about partnership opportunities at www.familypromiseofmc.org or call our day center at 936-441-8787. 8778.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Statistics show that 1 out of every 6 Texans struggles with food insecurity and hunger. And many people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every day. The Better Living for Texans program is here to help you learn how to make healthy menu choices, save money at the grocery store, prepare quick and delicious meals, get more good nutrition in your day, and get more physical activity. Classes are fun, friendly, interactive, and free, and taught in English and Spanish. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
And we are back with Chamber Chat. I am one of your co-hosts, Courtney Galley with the Conroe Chamber.
And I'm Brian Bondi, also with the Conroe Chamber of Commerce.
And we just wrapped up our first segment with Denton from Spirit of Texas Bank. And now we have some ladies from HEB.
Hello.
Yay!
Try not to get hungry talking about HEB and food and everything. But HEB is our presenting sponsor for Tastefest, which is going to be June 6th at the Lone Star Convention Center. Tickets are on sale now. Very excited to say that you can, when you purchase tickets online, you can print out the tickets this year, download them to your phone, so very convenient for everybody. So get there, purchase them often, and save $10 to purchase them in advance because they're $30 at the door. So we want everybody to purchase them ahead of time. But we're very excited to have HEB as our title sponsor again this year.
Well, thank you. We're very excited to do that once again and looking forward to a great evening.
Yes.
So your business has changed a lot. So we were talking about banking a little while ago, but does that where you order online and bring it to your car, does that really work?
Curbside is the #1 fastest growing area we have with HEB currently.
That's amazing.
It's awesome for very busy families, moms with 2 or 3, 4 kids in sports. It works out very well, whether at
Or
practice.
just lazy singles like me. I started it about 6 months ago. I haven't been to the grocery store since. I just pick up. I'm actually picking up this evening too.
Yeah,
I love it.
Thank you. It's a great. It's just growing so fast. I mean, there's so much we could talk about curbside, but it is booming everywhere. Every store is just growing and growing. It's becoming a very busy area to even work in and working out some kinks. But overall, everybody is loving this experience that we're offering to our customers.
So do you have like a profile of who that average shopper is that's using curbside?
I would say it's a variety, honestly.
Is it really?
It is the single person, male or female. It is the busy families. It's, professionals that are at work and make their list before they leave the office and they get to the store and it's ready to go. It really is a variety of everybody.
Yeah, it hasn't hit the retiree market yet. I can pretty much vouch for the people that are in the store at that point.
Yeah, I've tried to convince my dad to do it, and he's like, "No, I like to go and look around."
Yeah,
and
it's a social thing.
yeah.
My mom is not homebound, but it's harder for her to get out. So she uses our delivery service and she absolutely loves it. In fact, she has almost the same delivery driver every day who actually was getting worried about my mom because it took her longer to get to the door one day. And she was like, "Well, Miss Joyce, I was about to call and just check on you."
Wow.
So it is really neat to see that even our drivers are concerned and they keep an eye out for those who really do need it.
Yeah.
So that's the other part of the equation is besides curbside is home delivery. Talk about a changing world.
Yes. Well, brick and mortar stores will always be around because you do have the customers that want to come in and shop and see and feel and taste because obviously we are always offering great things to sample. But then you have that opportunity for people that are not able to get to the store as easily. So the delivery service can be a great thing for them as well.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's one I haven't tried, but I do love the convenience of it for sure. I mean, just for me to like after work to be like, oh gosh, I got need to go. I mean, just to drive up, have it done, like it saves so much time. Like I'm like totally. We had talked to Andrew about it, I think, at the beginning of the year, and he was like, "Oh, you need to try it." I was hooked. I was hooked. I love it.
Yes, once you start, a lot of people don't go back because again, they're just too busy with whatever's going on in
Well,
their
and
own
I
life.
find I'm probably not on good for HEB, but good for me as I'm spending less because I'm not buying all the extra stuff when I'm there. You know,
That
so
can be a double-edged sword. But no, absolutely, we want to be able to save our customers money for sure. But still, coming in has its advantages.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because if I want to taste wine, I can't do that while I'm sitting out at curbside. So
No,
I'm going in the
you
store
can't do
for that.
taste
Right.
testing out there for that.
Right, exactly. Although they do bring you a little cookie.
Yes. Some
So you
locations.
do get
That's pretty cool.
Yes, with a little coupon on it sometimes. So that's
Yes.
that's always nice. Yeah.
Or we have those who, I had a customer call another store one day and they were running late and described a situation. They were having a minor accident with their child. And so when they got to that location to pick up their groceries an hour or two later than planned, that store made sure the little girl had a little treat. The mom had some flowers just to say, hey, sorry
Oh
that
my
happened, but we're
gosh.
here for you as well.
That's really nice.
That's pretty awesome.
So
Yeah.
sometimes
Wow.
they do go above and beyond.
Yeah, that is nice. Do y'all, okay, so understanding that part, do y'all have specific people that just work the curbside and the home delivery versus who's in the store, working in the store?
So when you are in a brick and mortar store, you will see customer or partners in a turquoise colored shirt, and they have these large carts. And what most people don't understand is that you're not shopping, that picker is what they're called. They're not shopping for one person. They may be shopping for 4 up to 12
Oh, I
customers
didn't
at
realize
I
one
didn't know that
time.
either.
Yes.
Huh.
So they
Wow.
are doing multiple orders at one time. So when I'm walking around the store asking customers if they need some help, that one person could be 12 customers. And I will make sure I go to that picker and say, do you need help finding something? Because they too need that additional support.
You bet they do.
Oh, that's
wow,
interesting.
that is interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's why they spend so much time in the produce department.
Yes. Yes. Because we train everybody and market it to where they are shopping for themselves. And that's kind of the mindset a picker
Perfect.
needs to have,
That's
is that they're
perfect.
shopping for themselves. So would you buy that? Would you use that item?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people, when I talk about it, they're like, well, I like to pick out my own fruit and vegetables. I have not had, I think they pick out, they make better choices than I would. 'Cause sometimes, like, if I do an avocado, I don't know how to pick the best avocado. My fruit and vegetables have always been perfect. So I kind of trust them better than I trust myself to do it. So, leave it to the expertise,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll take that.
So how does it work? I mean, is there obviously is there a monthly fee? Is there an annual fee?
There is each time you use fee.
Transaction,
There's
okay.
a transaction fee. And you might notice that the prices are a little bit higher than when you come in the store. And it's just one of those departmentalized items that we
Yeah,
have
it's the
to
convenience,
do.
right?
It's the
Yeah.
convenience factor in it.
Absolutely.
We have to, of course, pay our partners to do that job. It's a whole separate department. You have produce department, you get the bakery, you get the seafood. We have a curbside department. There is a curbside manager, and they could have anywhere from 6 to 12, 15 partners working in that area.
That's amazing.
It's definitely worth it
And it's grown.
to pay for the it. I feel
It's
for me it
convenience.
is. It's
Yes.
I'd rather pay for the convenience of it. So
Absolutely. And that's the world we're kind of revolving into.
Yeah.
Is that people want things a little bit easier, and that's what we're here to provide.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yep. So let's talk about Tastefest. Do y'all know? Normally y'all do like a cooking kiosk. That's what y'all have done in the past as y'all's kind of feature booth. Are y'all going to be doing that again? Or y'all going what? Do you kind of know what y'all are going to be highlighting at Tastefest yet?
We have a few things in mind. Obviously, our armadillo eggs are always a huge,
Oh,
huge
yes.
hit
Yes,
there.
yes.
So Western Grillers will be out there again this year.
Well, explain to our audience if they don't know what those are.
So your armadillo eggs are over in the market area where they will have chicken, and then it's basically like a jalapeno piece of chicken wrapped in bacon and grilled. But there's also several different varieties of that.
Man, that
and
sounds
different
good.
flavors of the chicken and so forth. So those are just a huge popular item. It's one of our primo picks, and we're very proud to have those there.
Yeah.
We'll have, some bakery culinary delights. We'll probably do some pies this year, some cheese balls. We're working out a few other areas that we might want to focus on having there, but we're still looking for those culinary delights that we will surprise everybody with.
Yay, I love it. Like I said, the hummus was awesome.
The
Yes, it
chocolate
was.
hummus is
Yeah,
always,
it was
people are amazed that it's actually chickpeas, but it's chocolate
Yeah.
It's
hummus.
chocolate.
And like I said earlier, I had introduced it to some teachers for a teacher luncheon I did, and they were totally amazed and loved it. So
Very tasty.
it's always a big hit.
Yeah.
I also like your Primo picks. You mentioned that just a second ago because it covers more than just food items. And I specifically mentioned wine because that's one of my favorite topics. and almost to the bottle, when I buy a Primo pick, I'm blown away by how good it is. So whoever's doing the rating is doing a really good job on those.
Well, HEB has their own selectors of wines, and they do an amazing job. And yes, you can't go wrong. All of our beer and wine managers they go above and beyond on learning what we have in our areas in that department, and they can answer any questions for you. But our Primo picks are always, whether it's wine to the armadillo eggs to that green sauce that we carry, you can't go wrong. Always try a Primo pick.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. As HEB is opening up new stores, are they bigger or smaller than they've been because of the way the market is changing, or about the same?
I would say it depends on the market area, but I would imagine they're all going to be similar to what we currently have now.
That makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
because we hold several 100,000 items in each store, and we want to continue to have that variety for our customers.
It makes perfect sense. I'm just sitting here thinking with Tastefest coming up, promoting the curbside and home delivery to 2,000 plus people seems like a pretty good opportunity for you guys to bust the doors open on that one.
Definitely.
I'm still struggling with getting my head around somebody filling like 12 orders walking around.
Yes.
Right.
It's amazing.
I didn't realize
That's
that
why-
either. Yeah.
That's why you always see them walking around with their iPods, and they are checking several orders. We have a picker for center store. You have a picker for dairy. You have a picker for produce. So the pickers are actually zoned to the stores.
Oh.
And they could, again, they're picking for several different people. So that one person could represent 12 customers.
Oh, be darn. Man,
That's really
amazing.
cool. Yeah, definitely. Well, I know people know HEB, they recognize it, but what other stuff do y'all do in the community? You mentioned something about a teacher luncheon. I would like our audience to kind of know what HEB does besides, being a part of Tastefest and being a great member of the chamber, but what else are y'all doing in the community?
Here in Conroe, we do both Conroe stores, the Fraser store and the 336 store. We do a lot with the school districts, whether we're doing teacher luncheons or we're going to career days at schools. Every September, we do a Helping Heroes for the fire departments in honor of 9/11. I am working with our public affairs office currently to start doing something for Police Week, which is actually next week. May not happen this year, but I know Conroe, both locations, we will work with Montgomery County Sheriff's Office next week and go take them some treats, along with some other police stations around Montgomery County. So we like to be highly involved. We are one of the title sponsors at Senior Citizens Day for the Montgomery County Fair. We work with the Conroe PD for National Night Out. So we like to just be involved, and we're always willing to see what is out there for us.
Yeah, no, that's great. I think it's great to have a community partner like HEB.
Yeah, and you have great commercials with Scott.
Oh my
Scott
gosh.
enjoys our commercials.
Yes.
It's fun. And when you see Scott in the commercials, that's what you get. He is highly intelligent and just a wonderful human being, and we love having him around in our stores when he gets to visit.
Must be fun working with the Astros players too. They look like real hams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those have been really cute this year.
We always have a good commercial team. They do an amazing job, so we always give them kudos and look forward to each year what they're going to have for us.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I've noticed that's changed a lot over the years is HEB has a lot of pre-made meals that you can just pop in
yes.
and they're either
Real
single
simple.
serving or double serving. That's kind of evolved also, hasn't it?
It has grown very well. If you've noticed, a couple years ago, we had just one tank of Meal Simples, and now we have multiple sections of Meal Simple and several different options and varieties. And it's again for that busy person who may only have 30 minutes to throw something in and eat. And yes, it's been a huge hit. Everybody loves them. I have customers buy several and freeze them. And
I never thought about that.
Try
Me
to
either.
cook them later on. But they're just there for even my family. You know, they'll call, hey, I'm not hungry, but could you bring home the lobster mac and cheese? Or could you bring home some salmon and asparagus? Yes, absolutely. I'll bring that home to you. That way I don't have to cook either.
Right?
'Cause I'm a little tired when I get home as well. I will be honest. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, the meal simples are growing and they are fabulous. I mean, everything we have is wonderful. We have a fantastic coconut shrimp. We actually did
That's
that
what I was
last
going to
year
say.
at Tastefest.
And I've had the coconut shrimp. It is really, really good. You just pop it in the oven, and I mean, it's yes.
Yes, and our lobster mac and cheese, if you have not tried that.
I haven't tried
it
that
is-
yet.
Everybody says it's amazing. I am one of those unlucky people that's allergic to shellfish, so I don't
Oh,
get to eat it. But my family loves it, so I
I'll
will
have to try
say-
that. Yeah.
And I know several customers that come in just for that.
Yeah, and you'll have like a crab cake.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good too. The salmon's good. I've had that.
The salmon's
Yes.
good. The spaghetti and meatballs. You know, our salads, you can't go wrong. I mean, my daughters take salads to school. We
Yeah.
get the pre-made salads. They
Yes.
throw them in, and that's what they eat for lunch. And
Yeah.
they love
Cool.
it. So, again, it's convenience. It's
Mhm.
fast. It's easy. But most of all, it's good. And we
Yeah.
stand behind those products, and we're very proud of them.
Are there something maybe y'all might be highlighting at Tastefest as some of the meal simple things?
Probably not. Those are a little bit mass produced, so mass cooking would be a little bit harder to
Yeah.
do for that area. But we will definitely showcase some wonderful items.
Yep. Very good.
Can't wait to see that.
I know. I'm starting to get hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, anything else y'all want to add? Anything else that's coming up with HEB or anything you want our audience to know?
We're just always there. So if you do have a nonprofit organization looking for donations, you can come into either of the Conroe stores and look for a community investment application at Business Center. That's how we do work out some donations here in the community, whether it's schools or fire or any nonprofit organization. Really, we're willing to work with. May or may not always be able to do something large or small, but we're always there to always ask, and we will always listen. So we are always there. We look forward to our customers being in the stores or at curbside. The cookies are a nice touch to some locations. And it's always helpful, you know. We're there to help. So if you ever need help in a store, always ask. We're always there to help.
Yeah. It really does. I mean, it's great to have y'all in our community, but just to be able to have friendly people in the store as well, too. I know that that's always nice, and we can always rely on y'all to be good stewards of our community.
We
so
try very hard, and we're very proud of it.
Yes, and we're excited y'all are back for Tastefest.
Yes.
So remember, Tastefest, June 6th. It is not too early to buy your tickets. The event is open to the public. It is the largest and most delicious chamber event of the year. Tickets are $20 in advance. With that $20, you can sample stuff from HEB, from any of our other food booths that are going to be there. So you basically get all you can eat plus 2 adult beverages and then unlimited non-alcoholic drinks. I mean,
That's
it's
a great
steal.
deal for
It's a
$20.
steal. Yeah, and we always tell people, like, and we even have a sign at the front, like, if you've walked out and you're still hungry,
You did
you
it
need
wrong.
to go do another lap, go back again, because there's just tons of great food
There's
there.
plenty to go around.
Yes, definitely. We're still looking for vendors as well, too. So if you have a food business, you don't have to be a member of the chamber to be a part of it. So please reach out to me, Courtney at the chamber. My email is courtneyg@conroe.org, or my phone number is 936-538-7111. We'll be glad to have you as part of the event. And if you are a member of the chamber and you want to be a part of it and you're not a food vendor, you can also sponsor. We have sponsorships available, and we have what I really like to kind of tell people are we have cocktail tables. So, and you can sponsor those. The idea behind that is, if you're a nonprofit, you can sponsor. You don't have to be a nonprofit, but sponsor the booth. You can put your items in the middle of the table, and then when people come up to put their food up there, you have an opportunity to talk to them about your business. And those are just $100. So it's a great way to kind of get your foot in the door. If you haven't participated before, we have a lot of nonprofits that do it every year. I know Children's Books on Wheels always does it. So that's a great way to kind of also support and be a part of Tastefest. So we would love to see y'all there.
Sounds good.
Conroe.org.
I'll be there.
Yes. We'll be there for sure.
Early and often.
Yes.
Come see HEB?
Yeah, Conroe.org. Again, you can, we have the convenience of where you can print your tickets online or even get them printed, sent to your phone. So a lot of convenience, or you can stop by the chamber and purchase them in person. We would love for y'all to do that. And we'll be, thank y'all so much for being on the show.
For sure. Thanks for having us.
Come by and visit everybody at HEB, and we'll be back to talk about what else is coming up with the Chamber in a few minutes on Lone Star Community Radio.
Does volunteering at a nonprofit horse sanctuary sound wonderful? Or are you a veteran or a veteran spouse and think trying a peer group session through a local Horses and Heroes equine program might be worth trying? Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary, located in Grand Central Park by appointment only, is home to a growing number of rescued and donated horses. Visit our website at henryshomehorsesanctuary.org or check out our Facebook at Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary for more information.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
From the beginning, the main purpose of the Cooperative Extension Service has been to change human behavior by teaching people how to apply the results of scientific research. By utilizing a holistic, multi-level approach, Extension family and community health programs encourage health and well-being for everyone. Addressing values, concerns, and needs with reliable science-based information, Extension programs help people lead healthier lives. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Hey, Montgomery County and online listeners. Thank you so very much for checking out Jazzy Vibes with Soul. What? You haven't done so yet? Well, you've got to tune in. Hi, I am the host of Jazzy Vibes with Soul, Miss CeCe Holmes, and I invite you to check us out every Friday and Saturday from 7 until 9 p.m., where you will get the best in old school R&B, and of course, a little smooth jazz to make it jazzy. So tune in. That's right, tune in every Friday and Saturday right here on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM, or worldwide at irlonestar.com.
And welcome back to Chamber Chat on Lone Star Community Radio. My name is Brian Bondi. I'm president of the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Courtney Galley. I'm the director of special events for the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce.
You know, we went to break, and all this talk about food kind of made us hungry.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Just a little. So, morning mingle.
Speaking of food.
Mm-hmm. At Conroe's Incredible Pizza Company.
This Thursday?
Yes, at 7:30.
Yeah.
And it's, the theme is Poker Run. I'm looking in my handy FYI
That's
newsletter.
A good FYI.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Ashley on that one.
Yes. So you're going to pick a card.
Any card.
And make the best hand and shake a couple too. That sounds interesting.
So you're going to probably have to go around
Mhm.
and meet other people to
Mhm.
get a card.
Right.
I
To get
like
the best hand ever.
I like it.
I do too.
I think it's a great idea.
What I love about our breakfast, our morning mingles, is that we do something different every month.
Yep.
And we kind of say, it's not your average 60-second commercial breakfast because, two, and it's hard for me sometimes to think about it because it comes easy to me talking and networking to people, but we have some people who do come to it who aren't as outgoing. And so it may be hard for them to come and stand up in front of, 70, 80 people and do a
point.
commercial.
Yeah.
So these are kind of different to be able to accommodate everybody and their personalities, but also do something different every time, but be able to try and, our goal is for people to meet everybody there as well too. So.
Yeah, and I've known several members that have literally gotten business as a result of one of our networking events.
Yeah.
So it does work, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert.
Right.
the bottom line is we want you to meet people and feel comfortable
Mm-hmm.
and not be sitting at a table by yourself.
Yeah.
Same day, lunchtime. So we're going to go
Yes.
from breakfast to lunch.
Of course, right?
And that's our State of the County luncheon.
Yes, very excited to have that. We're going to have Judge Keogh speak just to give us an update on how things are going on in the county. It's going to be at the convention center. Registration is closed, but as soon as I go back to the office, I will open it up again
That's nice
to let
of
some
you.
people come in. If not, you're going to, if you don't, you can still, we'll take walk-ins on Thursday as well too, but you'll pay a little bit of a higher price. So I just want to be able to let anybody who wants to come because it'll be a really great luncheon. This is the first year we're doing these kind of state of the county, state of the city luncheons, and we just want to provide the best information to our members. So
Absolutely. And to carry that thought forward, you've also set up our first State of the State
Yes.
with our elected state officials coming up in June.
In June, yes. So we're very excited about that as well too. And I just want to give a shout out if I can get to our trustee website here, who are we have tons of sponsors for our luncheon that's on Thursday. So we have Blau Engineering, Half Associates, LJA Engineering, and Buckaloo Chevrolet, and also Spirit of Texas Bank are our sponsors for the luncheon. So thank you all so much for y'all's support of that. But yes, they've been great. So come out if you want to kind of know what's going on with the county. We're glad to have the judge there.
Yeah.
I know he's new, but we're going to just plop him in and
feet to the fire.
Yes, exactly.
Jump
So,
in.
Right.
Tell
yeah.
us what's going on.
Yeah, it gives us a good perspective
It will.
of how coming into it as well too. So
He's been on the job a little over 4 months. He
Yeah.
should have it down to a science
right.
by now,
I mean,
right?
you
He's
know,
a pro.
right. So we're really excited about that as well too. So
Now, just gazing ahead to the calendar, looks like coming up in July, we have our second annual Athena Leadership Award luncheon.
yes, and so we are taking nominations, and so you can find that on our website, the nomination form, or just contact us at the chamber if you want that form. We ask that you do nominate a woman in business, that you work with that person on the nomination form. So, and we just need one nomination per person. It's not a quantity, it's the quality, I will say. No self-nominations. I guess that's kind of like some questions that have come up. But our luncheon will be on July 25th at Madera Estates.
Ooh,
and
can't wait for that.
Yeah, it'll be really nice. And what we'll do is, so Athena, the International Association for Athena, will take all of those nominations we have, we'll give it to them. They actually look at the nominations, look at the forms, and then they did this last year as well too, but they'll pick the top 5 this year.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yes, so the top 5 finalists will be honored at the luncheon, and from those finalists, the winner. So the chamber membership, we don't look at it, we send it off to them, so it's totally 100% based on the nomination.
So the recipient will be a surprise?
Yes.
Ooh.
Still a surprise,
I
yes.
love that part of it.
Yeah, I know, it was hard keeping that secret last year.
Yes,
so
it was.
But yes, so we have tickets on sale for that and sponsorship opportunities as well too. I am getting a lot of questions about, are we wearing white again? Yes, it's an all white event. So get your white outfits now if you want to come to that. So, and then we'll have the style show coming up in August as well too.
Just
So
doesn't seem possible.
Dick, you're signed up, ready to go? Yeah, we always appreciate Dick being a model. So that'll be August 15th at Wiesner Buick showroom.
I still haven't gotten out of my head the bathrobe scene from 2 years ago.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, pick it up on the fly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
One thing I don't want to forget to talk about is our diplomat highlight. Earl Chamberlain with SB&K Benefits is our diplomat highlight for May.
Congratulations, Earl.
Yes. And one of the questions I always like to see what their answer is what is your favorite event at the Conroe Chamber? Why? And his favorite event is Morning Mingle. So there's a lot of opportunities to get to know the members of the chamber, the atmosphere, and the food is good too.
There you go.
Right? So you can't
Perfect
miss that.
testimonial.
Yes, exactly. So if you haven't gotten your FYI, come by and pick one up. There's some great information in here about what's going on with the chamber and our members. There's advertising opportunities as well too. Contact Ashley about that.
Wow.
And I think that
That's
we're
a
done.
full hour.
I know, it goes by so fast
It
every
does.
time.
Thanks, Dick. Appreciate
Yes.
your help on the board.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Yes, and we'll see you next month on Chamber Chat.